logic for this? Anyone, please? If there are two inputs, n is there, and after that repeater is also there, then based on that repeater, Juhi has given a solution. Good. And 535, I think Nandita has given a solution. Hari Krishna also. Very good. Sumant. Good. And 584, Sai told that use power function. I think power function is not required here, dear friend. Abhishek has given. My dear friends, in that program, he asked us to calculate some of the digits of this much bigger number. Frankly speaking, no need to calculate some of the numbers to this much bigger number, right? Simply calculate the sum of this number. What we have in that we have 6, right? Single digit is 6. Then into 3. That's it. Then sum is 18. Again, 18 mod 9 is 0. 0 means 9 is the sum. 9 is the sum. That's it. Therefore, many students told that, okay, 789 is there. How can we form 789? 3 repetitions means they run a loop like while I is equal to initially 1 is there, I less than or equal to 3. Then do this. N is equal to n into 10. Okay, it's a 3-digit number, right? Then in this case, 789 by some operation. N into 1000 plus n. Then what we get? 789 into 1000, 789,000 plus n. 789. Okay. Second time. Third time, 789,000 into plus. Then we'll get this much bigger number. Therefore, this is your n. And then they do this while loop, while n not equal to 0. They can apply the same logic to get the summation of the. This is not required, my friend. This is not at all required. Simply, we can do the logic is calculate while n not equal to 0. Do this process, very simple. R equal to n mod 10. S is equal to, I mean, sum plus equal to R. Add remainder to R. And simply, if sum greater than 9, simply sum is equal to sum minus 9. Then do n is equal to n by 10. That's it. With this logic, I'll get the sum up to single digit. Therefore, again, sum is equal to sum into 3. Now I'll get this sum into the repetitor. Then I'll get the new sum. Therefore, if sum mod 9 equal to 0, then your required sum is 9. Else, your required sum is sum mod 9 only. That's it, my dear friends. That's it. You got it? Okay. Now, the task is, this is the programming interview question, but they told that n must be 10 to the power of 10. And repetitor is maybe 1000. Means, look at this, 10 to the power of 10 means a very big number. 1000 times repeatedly, then can we form that much bigger number? No. Therefore, for this number itself, we should not take it in a numerical format. We have to take it in string format. Whatever the number it is, take it as a string format. Then what is the first index of string? Obviously index 0. Then what? How can I check the last index? Simply while, but for example, string is there, s of I not equal to null character, right? This is the way we can check the last ending of the string. If it is so, getting every character, what is that? S of I is every character. Therefore, simply store it in integer. Okay. Therefore, integer r is equal to there, r equal to s of I. because we will get every character as it is. Or otherwise, you can use some function, ASCII values. Using that ASCII values, then convert into that number, then add that sum. Sum is equal, sum plus equal to R. That's it. And apply this logic. If sum greater than 9, then sum equal to sum minus 9. That's it. And do I plus plus. Using this logic, at the end, of course, this part is also there. By combination of these two, we can solve this question. Okay? Same logic. Because after multiplying, okay, here, after multiplying this sum with repetition, because these 1000 repetitions are there, no need to write 1000 times the same logic. No need to write the same logic 1000 times. Therefore, simply after getting the sum, update the sum with into repeated. Now we will get to some bigger number again. Therefore, to that bigger number, obviously the sum is, we can get this one. We can get this way, right? If sum mod 9 equal to 0, then simply sum is 9. Otherwise, sum mod 9 only. This is clear, Raghavendra? Sure, sure. 95. Why we get 24 as a result? Why can't we get 20? No, no. Of course, we can get 24 as a result in 789 by applying, by getting addition of individual digit is okay. You are saying that 789 mod 9. What is 789 mod 9? Okay, 8 nines are 72. 6 is there, 69. That is, what is that? 7 nines are 63. 6 is the remainder, right? You're saying that like, okay. In this case, you're saying that without using a loop also, directly we can apply sum mod 9. Is this applicable for every number? If it is applicable to every number, just do it like that. Okay. If it is not applicable to every number, simply calculate the sum in this way. Okay. Calculate the sum and make it multiply with repeater, how many times to be repeated, and then you apply what is that mod 9 operator. Okay. For example, I'm saying that if there is this number is there, my dear friends. For example, let me take my number n is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is my number. Okay. Repeater is, I have to repeat this thing 10 times. Therefore, the actual number should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. For that number, I have to find the sum of individual digits up to single digit. He asked the question like that. Therefore, every student, they scared about the question and they started there doing, okay, this much, how to form this much bigger number by repeating this much. This is not possible, my dear friends. Therefore, simply the logic is first to find the summation of this number, summation of individual digits of this given number, and into 10, then you will get a number, then mod 9, that's it. Okay, then you will get the answer, my dear friend. That's the process. For example, what is 789? 789 sum is 24, right? Actually 24. If it is 3 times, 789, 789, 789. 324, right? Repeated 3 means 324 is 72. Like this, right? The summation of the given number is 72. Okay, instead of finding the summation of this much bigger number, find the summation of the smaller number and into 24, then you will get 72. Okay, 72 means again 72 mod 10, sorry, 72 mod 10 is 0, then the sum is 9. Otherwise, some other. Got this point, friends? Okay, here don't use array. I am using string means string is nothing but character array only. String is nothing but character array only. It is a character array that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and null character. This is actual status of this array, this string, right? This is actual status. This is your n of 0, n of 1, n of 2, n of 3, n of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. If there is one that is in character format, how can I get it equivalent integer? What are the ASCII values? Actually, zero's ASCII value is, zero's ASCII code is 48. One ASCII code is 49. Then two ASCII code is 50, like that. Therefore, nine's ASCII code is 57. Okay. Now write the logic. I is equal to 0. Okay, then while s of I not equal to a null character, I mean n of I, this is my n of I not equal to null character. Therefore, look at this, my dear friends. Here I is 0, I starting from 0 is there. Then what is n of I? N of 0 is 1. 1 is null character, 1 not equal to null character. Yes, true. 1 not equal to null, true. Therefore, this one is in character format. This one is in character format. If you add sum equal to sum plus n of I, then what will happen, my dear friends? Sum is 0, right? N of I is 1, but n of 0 is 1, but 1 ASCII value is 49. Therefore, 49 will be added. Okay, that's not the right way. Then how to make it as 1? If 1 is there, I have to consider that is 1. That's why take a R variable. R is equal to n of I minus 48. Now in this case, sum is equal to sum plus R. Sum is equal to sum plus. In C language, I am saying, my dear friends. Sum equal to sum plus R. You got this? What is I equal to 0? What is n of 0? N of 0 is 1. Okay, n of 0 is character 1. Character 1 means its ASCII value is 49. 49 means 48 is 1 only. Therefore, add that 1 to sum. Now my sum is 0 plus 1, 1 now. Okay, just do and do I plus plus. Let me complete this. I plus plus, I value is 1. What is n of 1? N of 1 is 2. N of 1 is 2. Is 2 not equal to 0? Yes, true. Therefore, R is equal to n of I, that is 2 minus 48. What is ASCII value of 250? 50 minus 48 is 2 only. Therefore, add that 2 to my sum. Now sum is 3. Are you getting this point, dear friends? Okay. Of course, someone saying that we can typecast it like that is in character format. That character format is int of n of I. That's also okay because it is a character format. N of I is 1. That one to be converted to integer typecast, integer way. Therefore, this line can be taken as n is equal to int of n of I. That's also correct. Somehow I need to get all these characters, right? If you're unable to, if you don't know how to use this, then you can use this ASCII values. In some way, I'll get all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sum. Okay, just like 2 ones and so on. Therefore, my sum will be 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 6, 21, 21 plus 28, 28 plus 9, that is plus 9, 45. 45 is there. Now, I value is 9 also. Is n of 9 is null character not equal to null, fails, come out of the loop. What is sum? 45 is there. Okay. At every sum, if your sum is greater than 9, then sum equal to sum minus 9. Here, 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. If it is 10, now sum is 1 again. Okay, 6 plus 4. And after that, 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 7, 13. Again, 13 means 4. Right? 4 plus 8, 12. That is 3. 3 plus 9. Like that. You can reduce the summation. You can reduce the summation in using this condition, and you will get a something like 4 plus 5 is 9 only. So repetition is 10. Therefore, sum is equal to sum into repetition. Then I'll get my sum value as 10 into 9, 90. If your sum mod 9 equal to 0, then give 9. Finally, 9 is the output. Otherwise, print sum mod 9. That's the case. Now, if we typecast it, we will not get I think typecasting. Yeah, if we apply typecasting, we may get that is what is that? The ASCII equivalent. Then there is a miss. Therefore, better to use a single. Okay, in this way, we can solve this problem, dear friends. Okay, look at our journey. Simple summation of the individual digits to, we can handle summation of individual digits of a very bigger number of any time of repetition up to single digit. Is this clear to all of you? With this small program, we we discussed we discussed depth of the logics. Clear, everyone? Now we'll move forward to another program. We'll move forward to another program. The same logic, I told you no. I'll give you all interview related type only. Same logic. That is, what is that logic? While n not equal to 0, the same logic, dear friends. R is equal to n mod 10 kind of thing. R is equal to n mod 10 kind of thing. And after that, sum is equal to, if it is sum plus R into R, means sum of the cubes of the individual digits. Sum of the cubes of the individual digits. If that sum, again it is equal to t, because I told you no, after taking input into n, copy the value into t, because in this loop n got reduced to 0 after this loop. That's why, for the safe side, copy the input into t. If sum equal to t, then it is a Armstrong number. If it is a Armstrong number, right? Otherwise, not an Armstrong number. Else, not Armstrong. Okay, you know this logic, right? Simply, if you add simply remainder, then you will get the summation of the digits. If you add cubes of the remainders, then you will get Armstrong number. Frankly speaking, this is not the right definition of Armstrong number. Now we'll move into one more coding interview question. This is, of course, for this level, these are the coding interviews. Coding interview questions might depend. There are some more good programs are there. Slowly, we will increase the complexity. We'll increase the toughness in the programming. Okay. Now the same program, but for example, take 153. What is 150 n value? 153 is one. First, we will get 3 as a reminder. Therefore, r is equal to 3 here. R is equal to 3 here. Then sum is equal to sum plus, that is 0 plus r cube. 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. Now sum is 27. Sum is 27 here. And after that, n value got reduced to 15. Now r value is 5 now. 27 plus 5 cube, 5 into 5 into 5, 125. 125 plus 27, 152. Now r value got reduced to 1, remainder is 1. Therefore, 152 plus 1 into 1 into 1, that is 153. Now 153 equal to my t. Here my t I solve. 153 equal to 153. Therefore, 153 is an Armstrong number, right? Of course, n got reduced to 0. But this is not the right logic, friends. The right logic here is, the right thing here is, if your 153 is a 3-digit number, right? If it is a 3-digit number, then only you are adding 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. For example, if another number is there, something ABCD is there, 4-digit number, you should add a to the power of 4, b to the power of 4, c to the power of 4, d to the power of 4. If this sum again ABCD, then it is a narcissistic number, or it's a pure Armstrong number mathematically. If your number is ABCDE, then you need to find a to the power of 5, b to the power of 5, c to the power of 5, d to the power of 5, and e to the power of 5. Then this sum again equal to ABCDE. Then this is a narcissistic number or pure Armstrong number. Then what is your logic for this? Okay, what should be your logic? What is your logic? Suhita given that count the number of digits first. Very good. Then power. Hare Krishna also given logic. Juhi finding the length and add. Okay. And even yes. Hemant also given the logic. First we have to find the length of the number. I mean length is nothing but how many digits are there. Good. By getting length, even Pawan Tej also given the logic. Very good. Shravya also told the logic, and even Revant also given the logic. Very good. First find, all of you have given the solution that first find the number of digits. How can we find the number of digits? First task is how to find the number of digits. I gave you a clue while explaining the previous while loop. Simply saying that take a counter c is equal to 0 while I told you if it is a 3-digit number, this while loop will run 3 times. If it is a 4-digit number, that while loop will run 4 times. Okay, I'm saying it is number. Don't take it as string. If it is a string, of course, string length method is there. If it is a string, strlen method is there, but I'm saying that it is a number. If it is a number, while n not equal to 0, then simply do C++. Always n equal to n by 10. That's it. Very good. Sumant. Correct, my dear friend. Super. Suhita, right? Excellent. Good. This loop will run, for example, take 153. And value 153, C is equal to 0. 153 not equal to 0, correct, right? First time, condition true. Then do C++. Okay, C is 1. Now, 153 got reduced to how many times are there in 153? 153 by 10, 15. For the second time, n value is 15. Checking that 15 not equal to 0. This condition true. Enter into loop. That is second time we entered into loop. Right? Again, 15 got reduced to 1. 1 also not equal to 0. Third time, condition true. Again, C++. Now 1 got reduced to 1 by 10 is 0. Is 0 not equal to 0? Fails. Fourth time will not enter into the loop. What is C value? 3. That's it. Now you can run another loop. Again, copy this your n value. You will get back n value because n is getting reduced to 0. Again, you already copied your n value into t. The same n value assigned to t. While run the same loop. While n not equal to 0. Get the remainder. Okay, get the remainder. Sum is equal to sum plus POW of r comma n. Sorry. POW of r comma c. POW of r comma c. And then n got reduced to n equal to n by 10. That's it. And so on. If your sum is equal to our t, then it's a purely mathematical Armstrong or it's an narcissistic number. Okay, that's the case here. Raja has given the logic for because Raja, in your logic, num got reduced to 0. That's why I told you, no, store the num value in a temporary variable t. Second line, then take t is equal to num. Okay, good. Very good, Raj. Okay, did you get this logic, my dear friends? Now, my question is, even without using loop also, if you apply a loop, therefore it leads to some complexity. Without applying loop also, if you are good at mathematics, we can easily know how many digits are there in that number. If you are good at math, we can get it. Anyone, please? Come on, friends. Sumant, I am asking that. Without using this loop also, we can get the number of digits in 150, that is 3. Without using this loop also, we can get number of digits in a number. If you are good at math, not only good, if you know the basics of mathematics. Can I give you a clue? Very good. Someone has given the answer. Narendra. Narendra has given answer. Abhishek, alien function will not work on the numbers. Alien function will work on strings only. On arrays only. Okay? Abhishek, you asked size of. Size of will give us size of the byte, number of bytes. If it is integer, number of bytes are 4. Right? Listen carefully, my friend. That is simply log base 10. log10 function. In math.h, log10 function is there. If you apply only log, that is log base 2. If you log base 10, okay, why we can use log base 10? What is log 10 base 10 or log 1 base 10? What is log 1 base 10 is 0, right? Log 10 base 10 is 1. Got it? Then log 100 base 10 is 2. Log 1000 base 10 is 3. Now with this understanding, log 10,000 base 10 is 4. With this understanding, how can I get this 153 digits? 153 is in between 10 and 100 and 1000. 100 and 1000. Therefore, apply apply log 10 of n. What is log 153 approximately? Can anyone tell? Can anyone give me the answer? What is log 153 approximate? Approximate. Don't use any calculator, scientific calculator, only give me the result. That's it. Log 153 base 10. Very good. It is 2 point something because it is in between log 100 plus log 1000, right? Log 100 plus log 1000. Therefore, definitely log 153 is in between 2 and 3. Simply that is 2 point something. Therefore, give floor value plus 1 is the digits. This is log num floor value plus 1. Why floor? Why not seal? Can I get like this? This also will work. Why this only will work? Why this will not will work? Because if your n is 100, n actually 3-digit number. Log n base 10 is 2. 2 seal number 2 only. You will not get 2. But 2 floor is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Therefore, we can get 3 digits in 100. Okay, this will work even corner conditions also. Therefore, by applying this one, we can get our number of digits in this. Therefore, simply without using this loop, look at this, our task is how simplified. Without using this loop, no c is equal to 0. C is equal to simply floor of log 10 of n plus 1. Okay, this is the way we reduce the burden to the computer. Simple. This will give us order of 1. Constant complexity only will get this result. Okay, this type of techniques will enable, this type of techniques will help you in competitive programming to save the time, particularly in math related programs. Okay, better to know all this type of. Very good. Juhi asked that some very good question. If it is negative, my dear student, all these values for only positive values on all these operations on positive values on. If there is a negative value, we have to print an error result saying that error result, something like corner condition kind of thing. Okay, all the input should be positive. Got it, friends? Okay. Then Abhishek told that absolute value for log function. Absolute value will give us. Okay, do it. For negative numbers, if you have absolute value, it will be positive. Okay, friends, this is the way of problem solving. Okay, definitely they'll ask you that check whether the given number is purely mathematically Armstrong or narcissistic number or not. Okay. Is this clear, friends? Armstrong number means not actually some of the cubes of the individual digits, but actually some of the powers of how many digits are there. For example, if it is a 3-digit number, some of the cubes, like 153 is equal to 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. If it is a 4-digit number, 1 to the power of 4, 5 to the power of 4, 3 to the power of 4, 7 to the power of 4 kind of thing. Okay, to achieve that, we used a while loop. This while loop will give us how many digits are there in the loop, in the number. By using this technique, I think I already mentioned 3 times this loop will run if your number has 3-digit number. If your number is 3-digit, then it's all these 3 times this C value getting incremented. Therefore, C is equal to 1 to 3 is the number of digits. Therefore, apply sum is equal to sum plus power of remainder comma cube, remainder comma power. Okay, this is the way we found this Armstrong number. And I told that without using this log while loop also, just use log operation, this function, floor of a log 10 of n plus 1. These many digits are there in each number, in that number, given number, in that given number. Okay, friends. Now we can do this. Now, your task is, even we cannot use built-in function power also. Okay, or otherwise, this is not applicable here. I'll tell you that logic in some other program. Okay, now we'll move forward. The next question is, with these numbers, we can play with numbers one more time. The same logic, that is, while n not equal to 0, of course, we copied n value into t, no problem. After taking input into n. Okay, one more problem, right? Remainder equal to n mod 10 as usual. Listen this, sum is equal to sum into 10 plus r. In this case, what will happen? Then this program I already explained in our yesterday session. Actually, okay, my n value is 789. Here remainder is there and sum is equal to 0. This is the status. Remainder, while first iteration, while n not equal to 0 true, 780 not equal to 0 true, therefore remainder is 9. Add, what you add? Sum into 10, 0 into 10, 0 tens are 0 plus 9. Therefore, sum is 9 here. Now reduce the 789 to 78. Again, second iteration, 78 also not equal to now, n value. Then what is the remainder here? 8. 78 mod 10, 8 is the remainder. Now 9 into 10 plus 8. 9 tens are 90 plus 8 is 98. 98. Okay, now n value got reduced to 78 by 10, 7. Now third time, 7 not equal to 0 true. Now what is the remainder here? 7 only. Then 98 into 10 plus 7. 980 plus 7 is 987. N value got reduced to 0 because 7 by 10 is 0. 0 not equal to 0. Fourth time, it is true. No. Program will come out of the loop. What is sum here? 987. Therefore, this logic will help us to use reverse. If that sum is equal to, once again, your original number t, then it is a palindrome. My dear friends, it's a palindrome program. Is this clear? It's a palindrome program. Otherwise, else it's not a palindrome. Palindrome means reverse of the given number also the same thing, right? Very good, very good, very good. Even everyone identified this logic. Ramya, Yashvir, Mahesh, and even Abhishek, Hemant, Rajya. Okay, Sri Krishna has given a wonderful solution using Python. Very good, dear friend. Of course, in Python, everything is easy. Okay, I told you no problem. We'll have a wonderful solutions. Even that also not possible in Python. I'll give you that problems also. Lohit, thank you. Sri Krishna, keep it up, my dear friend. Super. Simply by taking a list and then list from reverse order means from -1. An initial step is 0, step size is nothing, colon, -1 will give us reverse order, right? Yes, that's what Mahesh. Our friend Sri Krishna solved the problem using Python. Python using list. Of course, you can solve. But I'm saying that these are the operations to perform to get this result. Okay? Don't worry. Very good. Sri Krishna given that str of x, simply saying that colon, -1 str. Okay, this has given like definitely Abhishek. We will add even editor. I'll ask my team to add even C++, Java, Python compilers to the practice. Okay, right. And someone asked about uh, I think Yashvir. Apart from practice link given yesterday, have you given any other? No, we didn't give any other practice link. Okay, we'll continue with the same practice link, but we will add some more. What is that? Mm, some more complex programs daily. Definitely, after we enter into ARIES concepts, some very good complex programs are there. We'll solve those. Okay, someone asked about pan digital number. Okay, pan digital number logic also I'll give you tomorrow. I think Yudhishthir. Okay, that question also we saw somewhere. This is the thing, dear friends. Okay, now the time is 7:35. Please take a break for 10 minutes. I'll give you some more good logics related to prime factorization and prime number. Very valid questions. Okay, take a break for 10 minutes and please come back.